So this will be a dissection of the neck muscles. We'll start superficial. The first one that we have is this big muscle right over here. This is called the sternocleidomastoid, or we can say SCM. Right, you'll see here it has two heads. One is the sternal head going to the manubrium. Here's the clavicular head, and then here's the belly of the muscle going up all the way to the mastoid process. All right, and this one I'm going to talk about the function because it's a little bit confusing. When this muscle on the right contracts unilaterally, right, one muscle, it's going to cause the head to turn the opposite way. So this is the left SCM. This would cause rotation to the right. We call that contralateral rotation. Okay, when both SCMs contract, right, we have one here and here, underneath the platysma here. This is the other SCM. It's going to cause flexion of the neck. Okay, so that's the SCM. Take that off. Take this off for a minute, and let's actually take this off for a second. And let's look at the muscles that are the suprahyoids. So I want to show you real quick. On this model, Roman numeral number 5, right? If you're looking at this at the library or on the video, that is the hyoid bone. So there are 4 muscles above the hyoid we're going to call suprahyoids. So let's do the digastric first. This here, number 20, is the posterior belly of the digastric muscle. Then, underneath the jaw, right here, this would be the anterior belly. I'm sure you guys can pick that up. Right, that would be the anterior belly, right where my stick is. Right, anterior belly. So
can you just turn it more flat?
Posterior belly, yeah, absolutely. And then the anterior belly right there. Okay. Now, kind of bisecting the two bellies, this muscle coming down right here, number 21, guys, this is the stylohyoid. You can see it going all the way up to the styloid process. So here's the stylohyoid, that's the second one. Right, so digastric, stylohyoid, and then here was the other digastric. If we turn this model around like this, we're looking into the oral cavity. Here's the tongue. Underneath the tongue is going to be the floor of the mouth. So this flat muscle right here is the mylohyoid. You can follow it underneath when you look at the model in a minute. This will be a flat surface right here. This is all mylohyoid forming the floor of the mouth. And then the muscle that sits on top of it is this baby right here. That's the geniohyoid. Okay, so geniohyoid, mylohyoid, digastric, which is the anterior belly, digastric posterior belly, stylohyoid. Okay, so those are our 4 suprahyoids. The infrahyoids are below my stick, right below Roman numeral 5. Okay, so on this model, number 28 right here, this is the sternohyoid. It's starting at the sternum and it goes all the way up to the hyoid. However, on this model, they've cut it so we can see some of the deeper structures. So number 28 is the sternohyoid. The one right here, going from the sternum to the thyroid cartilage, this blue thing right here is the thyroid cartilage. So from the sternum to the thyroid cartilage, this is the sternothyroid muscle, number 29, sternothyroid muscle. Right, so that's the second one. The third one goes from the thyroid cartilage up to the hyoid bone. So number 27 right here is the thyrohyoid. Thyrohyoid. Finally, the one that goes to the shoulder, this one right here from the hyoid bone all the way down to the shoulder blade. Remember I said like a letter L, like that? That is your omohyoid. Again, if you remember that the word omo means the shoulder, okay? Omohyoid right there. So omohyoid, let's do it backwards. Omohyoid, thyrohyoid, sternothyroid, and sternohyoid as a review. The last muscles that we're going to do on the neck is the scalenes. So there's 3 scalenes. This one here in the front is the anterior scalene. It goes down to the first rib, so we can see it right here and here. This is the middle scalene, number 25. It's also going to the first rib. We can't see that all the way. Remember I said there's a space between the middle and the anterior scalene? This white bunch of nerves here is the brachial plexus. That's the nerves going into the arm. And this red thing is the subclavian artery, which is the main blood vessel going into the arm. So those can sometimes become impinged between these 2 muscles. Right? We call that thoracic outlet syndrome. The third scalene is this back one here, number 24, it looks like this is the posterior scalene. Right? So anterior scalene here, middle scalene here, posterior scalene right there. Okay? And that's our neck muscles. We'll cut.